Alright, hey, what's up, y'all? This is my first video. I literally recorded my voice this entire video and just didn't realize I didn't record it. Well, anyways, so I'm starting off with a medium drill bit, and it's not too fine, it's not too coarse. I got like a 100 pack off Amazon. Here I am adjusting the camera because I don't know what I'm doing. And yeah, alright. Anyways, you see that bruise on her finger? So my client was explaining to me how she got that bruise. That's not for me, FYI. Yeah, she was fighting with nails on and she ended up having a blood clot in her nails. I told that bitch, please, no fighting with nails on. Here I am doing the tips. Yeah, so just kind of, I already cut them, I already put them on. I'm measuring the shape so she doesn't come back and cuss me out for, you know, an uneven, crooked nail. Not that my clients come back and do that, but I'm just saying. Yeah, so basically I just go nail by nail. I use my finger to kind of measure the nails. Basically using like the bottom of, you know, her nail and putting my finger. And then here I am priming the nail. This is gonna be so quick. I don't know what I'm saying. But yeah, we're basically priming the nails, whatever. You know, boop, boop, boop. Yeah, you don't need to be taking your time doing all that. I didn't cut her cuticles only because she didn't necessarily have any cuticles. The skin that's around her cuticle area is live skin, so I try to avoid that only because we're going to be filing and you don't want to accidentally cut raw skin. Okay, so patiently waiting. I don't know how to. All right. Oh yeah. Okay, so this is where I do my application. Normally I do the 1 bead method. Well, no, normally I do the 2 bead method, but for some reason acrylic was applying today. I think it's because it wasn't too hot outside. You want to base your acrylic on your room temperature. So knowing that it's too hot, use more liquid to powder ratio rather than powder to liquid ratio. If it's too cold, less liquid. You know, you get the idea. But yeah, you see the application? It's kind of eaten, not gonna lie. But yeah, I don't really do the 2 bead method, only just to be safe. I feel like my apex is way better when you do the 2 bead method, but with the 1 bead method, especially when your client's in a rush, you kind of want to see. Look, here's on this finger I did the 2 bead method only because her pointer finger was I grabbed too little of powder. So you kind of have to measure the powder that you grab, especially when it comes down to applying acrylic. Measure the powder you have to the length of your nail. If you know you've grabbed a lot, you know you can use it for 1 bead. If you know you grabbed too little, use it as the 2 bead method. So here I am. I kind of flooded the cuticle here a little bit, which is no biggie. You know, just wipe the sides. Any missing areas you touch up. Yeah, right there, cuticle area. See, perfect. You see the other nails? That's no shaping, that's just acrylic application. I probably finished this in about 15 minutes maybe. I don't want to say too much. Yeah, I forgot to say that I'm using Young Nails Cover Pink. It's pretty buttery, easy to use, pretty solid. A lot of clients like this. Alright, so after I finished applying the acrylic, I start filing. One thing I say I do differently than a lot of people, not saying that people don't do this, I file the sides first before actually filing the front of the nail, only because I figured that I'm taking too much down. You're gonna see why I do it in a second. Alright, so right here at this thumb here, you see how I'm moving the file up and down? That's just making sure that I'm having that sharp free edge rather than having like a slanted free edge. And this is when I start filing the free edge of the nail. I normally point it towards me only because this point of view kind of ensures that all the nails are even, especially if my client is going to be taking photos of her nails or facing it towards her. All of them will actually be even. So yeah, making sure that like it's sharp to her liking and it's sharp to my liking. And I kind of have my nail file at like a 180 degree angle, not 180 degrees, kind of like at a slight angle, just so that it has like that kind of C-curve shape. So I'm using a 4-in-1 bit right here to seal her cuticle area. Yeah, I try not to over file. I go into the sides, start from the right to the left, and then start filing the side walls of the nails, and then I go under that's my trick. So I go underneath the free edge to keep that kind of C curve. I know a lot of people kind of miss that, but I have it at an angle normally when I'm filing the free edge to keep like kind of that nice C curve, you know what I mean? Alright, so here I'm going in with my medium bit that I used from the beginning of the video, only because my application was actually pretty good. I don't go too coarse of a bit. The coarser the bit, the more you're going to be taking off. The finer the bit, the less you're going to be taking off, and the smoother your base is going to be. I normally keep it at medium just to be safe. So I think I had it at around an 11 to maybe 11 or 14 RPM. I'm not sure, but I'm having a light hand with this. It might seem like I'm being rough, but my client's not in pain. I promise you that. But I do seal the cuticle area, go with the side walls, try to file the side walls, go up and down, and then left and right. I seal the cuticle first and then end up filing the rest of the nail. Alright, so what you want to keep in mind when filing with this drill bit is that when you are filing up and down like here, you're going to be debulking the nail rather than shaping the nail. If you get what I'm saying, the filing left to right is actually shaping it to make sure it's even. If your nail is too thick, you go up and down. Alright, so after I get done using my medium bit, I normally go into another round of filing just to make sure all my edges are sharp. Then I start buffing the nails to smooth out the nail bed. You know, prep it for the design. Alright, so here I am adjusting the camera again, and I'm going in with the Koopa top coat. You see how this top coat eats down? Like, it's just so shiny. But yeah, no, I go in basically pretty quick with this. You don't have to be too perfect, only because I don't use base coat for my designs. Using base coat kind of makes it runny, rather than top coat makes it easier to glide. But yeah, after this I'm gonna cure it for about 60 seconds when I'm done, and then get ready for the design. So after like painting all her nails with the top coat, I have her put it in the dryer for about 60 seconds just to be safe. It normally takes me a minute to just put on top coat, but here I am using a mint color. I think it's like mint something. I forgot the name. I think it was like number 178, but yeah, it's a pretty mint color that I picked out for her. So I normally save time by doing the lines first and then filling it afterwards, rather than doing it one finger at a time and using, you know, my little design brush and filling it in one by one. You know, to each their own. Everybody likes to work at their own pace, but I find that doing this way is pretty quicker, you know. But yeah, I try to work with the time that my client has, so mainly focusing on efficiency and time management, I learned to kind of work at my own speed, whether it is an hour to an hour and a half, but rarely ever 2 to 3 hours, because I know my clients have places to be, they have work, they have kids, whatever the case may be. At the end of the day, I try not to take too long, only because I know there's a bit of a comfort time that they'd rather leave at. So yeah. Alright, so here I am going with the Dynamic Beauty Supply not top coat, the blooming gel polish. So I start off by doing 4 fingers first, and I leave the thumb for later, only because the thumb is always going to be at a slant, whereas me using blooming gel polish, it's going to be spreading. So if the nail is at an angle, it's going to be spreading in the direction that it's turning. So I normally save it for the end, but you know, this stuff works pretty well. And then I go in with this kind of olive green, not olive, more of like a forest green color to go in with the Crocodile-Print. I start off, you know, little dots at a time. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. Well, it does, but you know, that's why you master your craft. I see a lot of people using a dotting tool. I use the brush of the design bottle that it comes in, so I can save more time, as I've been saying. But you see how that came out? Give it like 3 to 5 seconds and it'll spread out to your liking. This stuff spreads fast. Yeah, so I kind of didn't get this part, but I'm speeding up for you. Yeah, I just realized how fucking filthy my fucking gel machine looks. I am so sorry. I never have time to clean this shit. But here's the nails. They look fire. Ew. Period. First video. How did I do? I ate, right? Yeah.